Hello, everyone. Good morning. What time is it today? It's 11:30 to 12. So it's time for coffee and conversations with Melissa. Good morning, everyone. I am Melissa Ducas. I'm the founder and CEO of My Coffee Connect. It's a quality connections for business to business. Let me tell you my first male business spotlight for today. Let me tell you about him a little bit. John Apple. He is an independent life and health insurance broker serving Delaware, Maryland, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Texas, Virginia. John has been helping his clients protect their families, real estate, businesses, and retirements for the past 13 plus years. 18 months out of college, he started working for a major mutual fund company in southeastern Pennsylvania. His various roles provided a solid foundation for understanding individual and employer-based retirement plans. In January 2008, John went to work for a national financial services organization as a retirement planner. His background in retirement plans and newly acquired state insurance licenses helped him to provide solid planning strategies for his clients and their families. In March 2018, John made the decision to enter into the group employer health insurance arena. This this provided to be valuable learning experience for his current role. John and his wife Christy will celebrate their 26th anniversary in October. Congratulations. They have a son and a daughter, twins, 15 years old. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome John Young.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. John is my one of my Coffee Connect attendees, and I want to present them professionally, and this is my way of showing them to show you their um their personality, the personal side. We're not just business. So my number one question for you, John, how, why, and who inspired you to do what you do today?
Good question, Melissa.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm going to start with the who first. When I was in college, I think I was a sophomore, because I forget the exact timing of the year.
Mhm.
Uh, but my aunt was widowed with a 5-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 1-year-old, and my uncle passed away. They married later in life, so they were only married for about 6 or 7 years.
Mhm.
Uh, but he had done some planning with life insurance through work. He had enough coverage that she was able to stay home until my youngest cousin was going into college. So that kind of, at the time, it didn't relate to me, except that, it's sad that my cousins didn't have their dad anymore. Um, but looking back on things, like that actually kind of triggered, he planned enough to make sure his family was taken care of. Um, and kind of additionally with that, I found out a few years ago both of my grandfathers were insurance agents at some point in their careers. So I think hereditarily I would have gotten into this at some point anyway.
Mhm.
Um, but I have a true passion in making sure that people are protected, especially when there's children involved. It's as much as um, as much as we don't want to think about dying, we obviously, nobody wants to die early, but
Yeah.
when you have children, you need to think ahead. If God forbid something doesn't go right, who's going to take care of them? And um, really making sure that kids don't have to uh, have a huge shift financially, and surviving spouse or partner, in the event of a passing of a parent. Um, we, the work that I do takes that burden off the table when that unexpected terrible tragedy happens. So that's kind of, I don't know if that answered all of that quite right, but
Fine. That's you, you
yeah,
know.
Right.
So you're selling insurance. So what are the different types of life insurance?
So I get that question a lot. There are technically there's two. There's term insurance and there's permanent insurance.
Mm-hmm.
And term insurance is just you buy it for a specific need. You get a house. You want to make sure that the mortgage is covered. God forbid you pass away, that your spouse again or significant other can stay in the house, continue to pay the mortgage, buy the house off, whatever. Um, it can also be used for covering student loans. You know, you have recent high school graduates going off to college. Not everybody is able to pay for school with a
Yes.
check. They have to get loans, and not all loans are forgiven. God forbid somebody passes away. So
Yes.
it can be used as just a safety net against untimely passing. Um, Other types, the permanent side of insurance comes in two different forms. There's whole life, which is what most people are familiar with when they hear permanent, and there is universal life. And there's a few different variations of universal life. Um, the key component with both of those is that there's cash accumulation of excess premium. So they're designed to last as long as you do, where a term is designed to last for a specific period of time.
Mm-hmm.
So you do pay more in those permanent policies because you're building in credits, so to speak, for the policy to last until you're 80, 90, 100 or older. Whereas term policies, again, are going to expire 50, 60, 70, depending on when you get it. So,
Oh, we have our guest here. Hi, Jan. Morning, Alyssa. Hello, Bonggai.
okay.
Thank you for watching. And stay with us. Ask some questions if you have any questions. So, how does someone know how much life insurance they need?
That's another good question.
Mm-hmm.
So there are a few different rules of thumb, and there's no right or wrong answer. Um, Generally, what some people will look at is, all right, it's going to replace my income if I pass away. So
Yeah.
how many years of income replacement do you want to provide for your family? Um, Most of the time, people are looking between 10 and 15 years of income replacement. So that means if you make $50,000 a year, you're looking at anywhere between $500,000 and $750,000 of coverage. Um, Other people, depending on household dynamic, if there's children, if there's intentions to pay for college, if there's intentions to pay for future weddings and things like that, then people will build in additional coverage to help for things like that, like maybe including $100,000 or $200,000 for each child in the event that the claim death benefit would be paid. That there's money set aside specifically for college or education, whatever that might be at that point in time. Um, and again, as well for weddings and things like that. If there's whatever side of the equation you're on, if you have kids or not, son or daughter, things aren't the normal traditional way of, well, the bride's family pays for everything and the groom's family pays for this, and it's all blended anymore. So it really just depends. Um, so yeah, it all depends what you're trying to accomplish. That's the general standard way. Um, some folks, though, when you look at retirees, folks are a little bit older, and they want to make sure that their grandkids are taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
They will use life insurance to um, really transition the tax efficiency of their estate, so that the kids and grandkids are going to get more of the money that they want them to receive, without the government, the IRS, or the state coming in to take some of that away. And all of that depends on how big the estate is and things like that. That's a little bit deeper of a conversation, but the typical answer is 10 to 15 years of income replacement, but every situation is a little bit different. So,
That's a good answer. So I've heard life insurance can be used as a tax-free income source. How does this work?
well, if you're familiar with Roth IRAs, or you've heard the term, so Roth IRA is an investment way of putting money aside in an after-tax basis, and you don't pay taxes on it after you meet a couple requirements. has to be in there 5 years, and you have to be 59 and a half. And then every distribution is tax free. Well, excuse me, cash value life insurance, or the permanent kind of life insurance, has very similar tax codes to a Roth IRA. When the life insurance is structured in a way that the death benefit is kept lower, so that the accumulation of the cash can grow and be more effective, then you essentially develop a tax free bucket that you can go into and take money out of at any time. There are no age requirements. It usually takes those policies about between 10 and 15 years before the cash really looks like it's doing more than just following along, so to speak. But it does take a few years for all of the cash to accumulate. Um, but there's definitely ways to incorporate that. There's reduced pay options or limited pay options where you have a 10 or a 12 or 15-year pay cycle. So you're only paying for that short period of time, and then all of the accumulation can be accessed when it's done properly, tax free. There are ways to do it where you run into problems and you do pay taxes, but when you work with myself, we make sure that we don't run into those scenarios. So,
Wow, you gave us very, very good info. A lot of nuggets here. So we need to know more about you personally. Can you describe your most rewarding case where you made a difference in the life of your client?
well, I had the two that come to mind. One was a couple back in 2009. It was right as the market was coming to its low point, and right before things started to head back upwards in this last bull run that we've been in. Um, we did a rollover, and the way that we structured his account, this was not life insurance based. This was a flexible annuity product that was providing him a guaranteed income stream when he was ready to start drawing on it at 70 and a half. And he was 60, 67, I believe, when we first started. And um, if anybody remembers, May of '09 is when the market hit its lowest point in that housing crisis, and it started its upward tick from there. And we happened to get his rollover completed in the time frame that it was still going down, which was good because he bought on sale. It was almost like it was on clearance when he got. Um, and I don't time the market. It just everything worked out just right for him. The
Mm-hmm.
account accumulated $63,000 in 12 months.
Mm-hmm.
He moved another portion of his 401k, which was in some stocks, in. And the high point that his guaranteed income was coming in at was just around 50,000 a year. So he doesn't have to worry about income.
Yeah,
That's not a factor. That Social Security, he's got $85,000 coming in a year, and the house is paid off. The
that's
more, yeah. So, and then another scenario, I was introduced to a woman who was widowed, unfortunately, after the fact, um, and was obviously was not able to help her with anything prior to her husband passing. But when I did get introduced to her, um, she had gotten a small life insurance policy from his work, but that was all that they had. So just helped her position those dollars to be able to draw dividends off of the earnings, off of the account, to help supplement the income that she was getting from Social Security for the kids. So it wasn't, again, there was no crazy extreme planning done, but it was just trying to find a solution for her that was going to supplement and give her a little bit of breathing room from an income perspective. And I do what I can to help people, and there's no case that's too small or too big. Obviously not too big, but no no case that's too small to help out as well.
yeah. So you gave us a lot of nuggets today. So it's time for them to show them, and what experiences and skills make you a great candidate as their insurance agent?
Well, I would say first and foremost, I'm compassionate about working with folks. Again, I don't care if they are only on Social Security or if they've got several $1 million. I will treat them the best way that I can to help with what they're trying to accomplish, and understanding that if I can't help them, I'm going to tell them as well. With the products that I have available as an independent insurance broker, I have access to 40 plus different carriers. Um, and on the life insurance end of it, if you are sick, if you have a chronic condition, MS, you have recurring cancers, you just had a heart attack, I can cover anyone with life insurance from birth
Mhm.
through age 85. I have those types of policies in my wheelhouse to be able to help people. They're not always ideal. Some of them have waiting periods, but for somebody who doesn't want to leave the burden of having somebody else pay for their funeral,
Yes.
those scenarios, that's where that comes in. And if it's not the right fit, it's not the right fit. But we have those conversations and we figure that out.
Yeah.
Um, Another area that I help with is on the health insurance side of things, where you're going to run into some brokers where they only do the individual, they only do the life insurance, some of the annuity products. They might do disability, but they don't look at long-term care. They don't look at Medicare supplements and things like that, or even have the ability to work on the group side. But with the products I have available and the carriers that I work with, I can help anyone who is looking for health insurance on the marketplace, or direct with the insurance carriers.
Mhm.
If you're in the Philadelphia region,
Mhm.
traditionally it's Independence Blue Cross. If you are an employer, you have a few different options to look at. And I also work with health sharing, medical cost sharing. Medical cost sharing options for folks that want alternatives to the standard traditional health insurance methods. And then on the Medicare side of things, I can also help folks determine, what makes the most sense for them for applying for Medicare. When they turn 65, you have to sign up for Part A. You don't have to sign up for Part B unless you don't have other health insurance. But a lot of people don't always realize that. And some don't sign up for Part B when they should. And some don't let Medicare know that they're waiting because they have other coverage. So we look at all of that to find out the ways that make the most sense, situation strategies that make the most sense for the particular client. Some of that too comes around with talking about Social Security and when do you start taking Social Security.
Yeah.
Um, I just was helping a couple last week, and he's retiring in October. He wants to start Social Security immediately at 65.
Mhm.
And if he waits till 66 in 2 months, he gets a $250 a month increase.
Oh my goodness!
If he
Wow.
waits, and if he waits until he's 70, he gets a $1,200 a month increase.
Mhm.
So in that discussion, his wife's payment's going to be about a third of what the today rate is.
Mm.
So it's much lower. When one of them passes away, the smaller Social Security check goes away. So they're in a fortunate situation where they have other assets that they can draw from to
Mhm.
wait until 70. Because for his wife, she's 4 years younger than he is. So most likely he's going to pass away first. One, because he's a male, and two, because he's old. Those are two main factors. And some will argue that being married increases our chances of passing sooner as the male, but I won't go there with that one. But he we did some strategies, and he's opted to wait. And the main reason is when he passes away or she passes away, there will be a $3,300 a month Social
Wow.
Security check versus a $3,600 a month versus a $2,400 a month check.
Wow.
So they're going to use their assets up in some capacity anyway. If we can delay getting Social Security, those are the types of things that I help people try to figure out and understand. So,
We have a new guest again. Thank you, Rose Brand, for being with us. If you have any questions, just give us a holler. And okay, you gave us a lot of nuggets in what you do. So we want to know you more personally. Can you describe yourself using 3 to 5 words?
oh wow.
Yeah,
Um,
we want to know you more.
hmm. Well, man.
If
Well, we'll go back to compassionate.
you want, yeah, yeah.
Um, I think I have a good sense of humor, which I know is more than one or two words there.
I can
Um,
tell you one.
what's that?
I can tell you one. You have a good smile. You're very approachable. You know, when you smile, you're very approachable, and like that is good for being an insurance agent. Because if you are not approachable, nobody's going to talk to you about their
Right,
insurance. So
right.
that's a good one. See, look at the picture that you have. It's
Yeah. All right.
good smile.
Thank
Hmm.
you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Um, I'm a good listener. Um, again, more than one word, but
it's okay.
I am family oriented.
I
So
could see that.
I do
Yes.
have with I'm one of five, but I have two kids myself, and um, I try to be involved in the community. Things are a little bit tricky right now, but I do my best to get involved with activities in the community. So
Hi, Christy. If you are watching, he never. In every conversation, she always mentioned the family. So he loves your family so much. So you are very lucky to have a John. Yay!
she
Yeah. And
she won't.
probably you too.
Right. She
Yes,
won't. She's not on Facebook, so I'll have to share it with her afterwards. But
yes. Hi, Christy. We have a new guest again. Hi, Donna. Good morning. Thank you for watching.
hello.
Hello. And what are your strengths and weaknesses?
Oh,
Oh my God, I'm putting
man,
you on the
I
spot.
tell you.
Yeah,
Um,
strength.
weakness is chocolate. But no.
Oh,
um, strengths. I'm a hard worker. I'm going to do the best I can to find the best solutions for you, or for the client prospect. Again, very family oriented. Weakness. I just time
yeah.
management. Time slips away, especially in COVID. It's just crazy, but trying to get a better handle on that at the moment.
Mhm.
Um, so we'll leave it at that. I won't beat myself up too much, but yeah.
So, ladies, you know what's her weakness? Chocolates. If you want to invite him or anything, if you want his business, chocolate is the number one. That's
Yeah,
good.
there you go.
Oh, you say thanks, Jan. Lots of good information. That's
Thank you,
good.
Bunker.
Yeah. Um, tell us your superpower.
Man, um, I, I don't, that's a good question. I haven't had that question asked me before as a superhero,
Yeah,
superpower anyway.
yeah,
Um, probably what you had mentioned is the approachability side. I think I'm generally easy to talk to, and to go that route, but I don't, I don't see myself as with superpowers, so to speak. So, um,
You are
I
every
you know,
superpower.
right, right. With that, I guess my ability to be able to help really with any situation that somebody's going to have with regards to their body and trying to provide coverage for that. Um,
And your superpower is really your job. You're helping a lot of family for their future. That is superpower. Not superpower is like that is really really like you're helping the families for their future, helping families for especially the kids.
yeah,
You're helping them to take care of themselves if somebody is like gone.
right.
That is a superpower. Your job is a superpower. Yay, Jan Yang, independent insurance broker. Yes. You know. so so you showed us what you do. We get a little bit more about you. So it's time for us to give back to you. So what are the three good referrals for you?
I would say number one would be people nearing retirement. So, and Siri chimed in on the side there on me.
Wait a minute. They said near retirement. What age is near retirement in America?
So near retirement officially is near 65 because that's where people that's where Social Security can start. That's where Medicare can start. So, folks,
15 years.
yeah, you have a few years left, or
Okay.
if you're doing well, or doing if you're able to retire earlier, that's one thing. But um, I would say folks that are 60 and over that are still working, but are antsy to start slowing down and not having to work in the normal hubbub of everything. Uh,
Mhm.
a second good referral. So because I work in the small business world as well, so um, really manufacture. I won't go there. Dentist offices, lawyers, doctors that are still independent. They're not tied to
Yeah. Yeah.
a big health system.
Yeah.
Um, on the doctors and such, not the lawyers, but those are great opportunities to make connections with those folks. To one, try to be resources for them, but two, to provide them solutions for their employees. Um, and then three, I would say, are CPAs and accountants
Mhm.
that really that's what they do. They don't get into the insurance side of things if because there are some that do they do a few different things to help their clients.
Mhm.
The ones that are focused on um, helping their clients with taxes and getting them through tax season, those are the ideal type of CPAs and accountants that I would like to
Oh,
talk
I didn't know that. Did I connect you, Rose Brown and Marvin Smith?
to. Yes, we had
Yes. Okay.
both,
I
yeah,
connected. Yeah.
connected with both of them. So thank
Okay. Good. So you are one of my guests in my Coffee Connect. So tell us about your experience in my Coffee Connect.
you. It has been awesome meeting all these folks. On, on my side, the insurance is not something everybody's always excited to talk about. I try to make it more exciting, but it's insurance.
Yes.
um, but it's I have had lots of great introductions to folks and the separate breakout sessions. Um, I really like the format of getting partnered up with anywhere, depending on how many folks are there that night. But
Yes.
2 to 5 other individuals specifically that you're all focusing on each other in the session. Um, we're still working on some additional collaboration with some folks, but have had lots of good conversations with folks, and things are moving forward. We're just, it's my side of it's insurance. It's trying to get people excited about it. That's all.
Yeah, this is for you to build relationship. So
Absolutely.
yeah, if they need it, they know where to go. There
Right.
you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is how I present my Coffee Connect attendees. And this is on September, we have special events. It's September special events because it's just $30. You will get 8 events and you're going to donate a portion to the community. $5 will be donated to AAYLF. If you refer a friend, you automatically move up to experience the platinum membership, which you are going to receive 8 events, $5 donation to charity, plus T-shirt from my Coffee Connect T-shirts. Plus, you are going to have business spotlight in my coffee and conversations with Melissa. It's a conversation about you and your business, and we're going to talk about a little bit of my Coffee Connect because this is what I do. And of course, you are going to be a featured speaker at Business Lecture Series. And John is going to be partnered with Holly. I forget the title. Do you remember the title?
I think we did healthy living benefits.
Yes, healthy living benefits on September. So stay tuned for that. We are selling $15 for 22 events. So I'm going to have a 22 events on September for Wednesday and Thursday. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for your awesome information. A lot of nuggets that we learned about the insurance. And tell us, where are we going? Where are the people going to connect you?
Well, I am on Facebook individually at the moment. I'm newer to the independent side, so I'm still working on my Facebook business page. More news on that in the next few weeks, hopefully. And my, you want email and phone number or like that, or?
Yeah, go
Okay.
ahead.
Email is john at youngsiis.com. And phone number is 484-919-2959. And that is set up for text as well. So if that's easier, if you have any questions whatsoever, I'm always free for. I'm free for you. There's no charge to work with me at all. The insurance companies take care of that side of it, so you don't ever have to worry about writing me a check to me. So.
Yeah. There you go. Thanks, John. Lots of good information. Thank you, Bongai.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Rona. Thank you, Rose, for watching with us. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. And like and follow me in Facebook, Coffee and Conversations with Melissa, and subscribe to my YouTube, Coffee and Conversations with Melissa. Thank you. And how do you feel about this? You're the first male business spotlight.
Well, it was good. It was good. So
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah,
Is
enjoyed
this
it.
your, is this your first live stream?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So how does it feel for you?
It's a little nerve wracking, but it's okay. It's all
Yeah,
good.
yeah. You did it good, you know. By the way, that phone number that he gave, that's for those who wants insurance. He's already taken. So no for that. Hi, Christy. Love you, Christy. I just
Um,
want to make you laugh.
thank you.
So
And,
thank you so much for your awesome information that you gave us. And then we're looking forward to know more about you and with Holly on Business Lecture Series on September. Thank
yes.
you, everyone. Have a good day. See you next week.
All
Have
right.
a great week. Bye.
Bye bye.